Hi everyone, this is Jeremy and JP. We're out on Nonsuch Island again, and I believe it's the 6th, 6th of June, and we're going to do our weekly check of the longtail cam chick, who's conveniently waiting right by the nest entrance. So I'm just going to... Okay, and he is fairly used to this. There we go. Yeah, and you can notice every time we take them out now, distinct change in growth, the length of the wings. Here's what I call now the lion's main phase, and that's usually about 2/3 fledged. That's when most of the remaining down is in a ruff around the neck, just like the mane of a lion. And it's usually a little bit of down right at the rump, which he has. But this bird, otherwise, yeah, is about 2/3 fledged, so it's about 6 weeks old at this point now, more or less. Probably only got about another 2.5 to 3 weeks left to go. So things, they develop much more quickly than a Cahal chick. All right, so we'll take them up. Yeah. So we'll just get started right with it. Make this a nice quick check. Yeah, he still feels at a good weight. It's amazing because we've more or less confirmed that the female, something happened to her about a month ago, about 4 weeks ago. She just disappeared and stopped visiting at all. So the male bird has been taking over all of the chick feeding duties, and it's been averaging 2 to 3 trips a day. A feeding trip can be, they can disgorge as much as 80 or 85 grams of squid and flying fish. So yeah, he's well over 400 grams. I mean, it's amazing that he's doing it on his own, basically. Let's see, so 430 grams, yeah, so it's gained about another 40 grams since our last one. It's incredible. Okay, so yeah, so he is 430 grams. He's not the heaviest chick I've ever measured at this thing, but he's certainly up there. He's in what I would call an average to healthy weight. And it's just amazing that the just one adult, the male bird, is doing this all by himself. I mean, it really is unusual, because usually one bird can't do it, and that chick will get thin and light and won't fledge successfully unless you intervene and you give it supplemental feedings, which I do with about a half a dozen chicks every year, sometimes as many as nearly a dozen. And yeah, so the male bird has stepped up to the plate. He's making about 2 to 3 feeding visits a day, every day, and I've been very consistent in that. And each feeding visit, you can have 60 to 80 grams of squid and flying fish that's being delivered to the chick. So it's no wonder why it's doing well. So it's now, the wing cord is at 159, so that is, yeah, 2/3 fledged. But that lion's mane effect around the neck is a dead giveaway. When they reach that, it's at 2/3. That's one thing I've done consistently. So 150 milliliters. So I'm just going to, he's already been banded, so they need to band him now, but I'm going to check the tarsus length, which shouldn't have changed hardly at all, because the leg is the first thing to finish growth on the body of a tropic bird, and a Cahal for that measure, most seabirds. You can see the band on it from the last check. So the tarsus length, the lower leg length, is 26.4, which is exactly what it was, I believe, last time. 26.4. And I'll just check the ring or the band number again as well, just for my records, and it's C1949. So 1949. C1949. So that gives away the game that I've been able to band almost 2,000. Actually, I did the 1950th earlier today on Horn Rock. But yeah, 1,950 tropic birds, mainly chicks, but probably about a quarter to a fifth of them are adult birds that have been able to put identification bands. And that's really telling us a lot about their breeding biology, how old they are when they first come back to breed, if they return to the same island, how long the pairs stay together. They're all factors which very little was known about. Very little studies have been done anywhere on this species of seabird, particularly this subspecies. So it's 39.6 millimeters the wing, the bill, sorry, 39.6. Yeah, so it continues to grow. Still too early to sex it. Right now, I'd say from its bill length, most likely a female chick, a gang. But, once the chicks, if the chick's bill doesn't grow any longer than about, say, 42 millimeters or so, it's almost certainly a female. If it grows up to like 49 or 50, then it's almost certainly a male. If there is a little cusp where it could be either or, but that's a fairly low number of the chicks. Usually it's pretty cut and dried which are which. Right now, most likely a little girl again, just like our Cam chick. So this definitely was the year for baby girls. Okay, so everything looks great. He's still gaining weight somehow. I'll tell you, his daddy, it's one of the best male birds I've ever seen. He has been absolutely dedicated to this chick, and it's still managing 2 to 3 feeding visits every single day. So, and he also spends a fair amount of time, usually on one of the trips around midday, guarding the chick, guarding the entrance, because a big problem this time of the year is with young birds looking for a nest, going in. If the nest is occupied by a chick, it will often kill the chick and try and take over that nest. And it's almost at the stage in which it's big and strong enough to defend itself, but it's still not quite there. When it reaches about 3/4 fledged, it can give as good as it gets, so it can usually repel an invader. But at this point, it would probably still lose. Now, I think there's a bird coming in closer and closer, so it's quite possible it's a daddy with lunch or the midday meal. So I'm going to put it back in its proper nest. Let's get you right back. Yeah, and he knows what to do. He has no hesitation now, and he'll just trundle his way in. Trundle. Yeah, very healthy little girl. So yeah, everything looks good, and we'll continue to monitor the progress of this chick. And last year's chick, we almost saw the moment of fledging. It literally flew out of the nest as we were coming in the boat. So we'll see how it goes. My prediction is probably another 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks or so. So about 15 to 18 days. But we'll see how close I am. A very early hatching chick, so it'll be a very early fledging. Most chicks are either still very young, less than half fledged, or there's a lot of birds still incubating eggs that haven't hatched yet. So this will be one of the very first birds to fledge. Okay, so Jeremy and JP, signing out from Nonsuch Island, Bermuda, on another beautiful day. And you can see the world is starting to open up again. There's tourists now visiting the island. Tour boats are running again, and rental boats, and so there's people snorkeling around the interesting 100-year-old Royal Navy wreck that was deliberately sunk off of Bermuda back in 1930 by Dr. William Beebe, who's carrying out oceanographic research. So everybody have a great day, and we'll see you soon.